Hi guys, my name's Greg. I'm 21 years old. I study at university in South Wales with home being in East Sussex. What I want to show you guys is what I get up to on my bikes. So mainly I ride enduro and trail riding, but I have to say I do love my big jumps. When back home in Sussex we've got a nice local spot with nice big jumps that I really get on well with. I've been in Wales for 4 years now and it's still the bane of my life. I want to work on my steep technical riding, so things like rocks, roots, really steep, tight, twisty turns, things like that. Ultimately, the aim of getting faster. For riding, I've got several bikes, starting with my own personal project, if you like. It's my Nuke-Proof Mega 27.5 2016. It's been a bit of a labour of love, this one. It's taken me a long time to build it up, but finally we've got there. I've also got a BMX bike, should be on the screen. And then we've also got, for this year, the bike I'm going to be racing is a Yeti SB6 Turk, again in 27.5. So speaking of races, this year we've got several things lined up, mainly targeting the enduro side of things. Starting with the Southern Enduro, basically just an enduro series across the south coast of England. Really sort of fun, chilled out format. It's mainly sort of targeted at the beginner level. So last year I did a race and got a decent place in that, so hopefully we're going to be building on that, aiming to do the whole series, with the first one being at Queen Elizabeth Country Park in the start of April. We've also got a national event that I'm going to, so that's the Tweed Love Festival up in Scotland. Really looking for a bit more of a development because I tried in the enduro a few years ago and it went terribly wrong. So hopefully after a few years training we've been able to sort of build on what we learned. Going back to that with the aim of getting a higher place than we did last time. Second to last is not bad. And then finally we've got downhill events, just local sort of stuff with from where I am, so in East Sussex up at the Ball Track, I've mentioned before. Nice chilled out days, nothing sort of, is competitive nature but nothing sort of too intimidating about it, so looking forward to all of that. So other sort of projects that I'm looking at this year, we're looking at sort of a couple of the boys and I, we're looking at digging some new trails. Obviously with it getting very dry now, it's going to be a bit harder, so we're hoping to get some new trails dug. That'll be good fun. And then we've also got things like I want to start filming more, so you haven't seen anything of me, so this is sort of an introduction. But I want to start filming more and I want to start delivering content to do with bikes, so, and what I'm getting up to on them, so hopefully we'll be able to expand on that. So last but not least, we've got holidays planned. So like I said, going up to Scotland for a national event, so we might be doing a bit more riding around there. So my dad's not racing, so we might sort of take a nice chilled out couple of days up there just to go and sample some more trails. And then my girlfriend and I, we're off to the Alps in June, so, end of June, early July. So looking to document sort of what goes on there, my riding out there, make a bit more of a project of it. So yeah, it's going to be good fun. So in terms of content that I'm going to be delivering, we're looking at things like race logs. So when I go racing, I document what goes on, so how I prep for a race, what suspension sets I'm using, etc, etc. Also be looking at sort of just documenting general days on the bike, so when I go out with the boys, sort of make a bit of a film of that, show you what we get up to, what we do, where we're doing it, what trails we're riding, etc, etc, just to get a bit more of an exposure for them. And then things like bike checks, so you've seen the bikes in the photos, you might want to know a bit more about them, so what sort of components I'm using on those, so we'll be doing that. And then yeah, that's sort of where I'm at the moment. Obviously I'm open to suggestions from people, so if you have a suggestion, drop a comment down below. That's all from me, guys. So if there's anything you would want to add, so tips on how to make a better edit, how it should flow, etc, drop a comment down below. Other than that, stay bright and I'll see you in the next one.